Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. The evil that men do lives with them. This is a topic I just want to discuss concerning our youth. And I hereby put this topic, lessons for our youth. Lessons for our youth. Hi, I'm Ogo King. If you watch closely on whatever is happening to our society of recent time, you can understand with me that really we are in a precarious situation in Nigeria. Nobody is left out. No city is left out. No village is left out. No family is left out. All our youth try to exist or to live in committing crime of all kinds at all levels, and nothing is happening because these days our security forces does little or nothing to put all these things to an end. Because the war of insecurity the nation is facing is the order of the day. It couldn't allow the security forces or the custodians of the society to take absolute charge of what is happening. And that is part of the reason our youth completely engaged in committing all sorts of crime. If you watch on this video here, it happened in Idato local government.
Yeah, which chairman on the Okada, MTU and Akogwa. Ona Watakari 7 years. Ona Watakari more than 5 times. I have a gun up tip. I show what I've done now. Have I been a police case? Yeah, case of rape. Iga Ganga, Ijenga, Elota, Iga Chelalia. Or come on in whatever. I don't want them my way. Where police got up and come today. Adam out. Where you go to school? No, but I'm not going to they got today. I will show back. You have a new president. I go up. When you are on this walk, I go boy. Boy. Because you don't know now. Actually, this opportunity. I go now. I am out on I don't even and the full law, we take it back. I was so sorry, we are running men. Mandela Bankurum, you were to go. I see about Bakenda, I will see about wherever. Mandela Bob, pressing a sign. Wait. Here in a man now. Oh, I will make Aru. I don't we have women at the full law. Must take its course. Yes, sir. I go by a Torona in EMA. I so get away and issue. In Kamu, what is name? I get the police may not the police. Not then because to you want to do Caribbean Island on Monday Homo. I would have I went to know.
This crime happened. It is a heinous crime. It's a very dangerous war. Look at that adult. Can you imagine his age? He simply engaged having carnal knowledge of a 7-year-old girl, 7-year-old baby, who is enough to be his granddaughter. Can you imagine that? The level our young men have gotten themselves upon. I'm just using this to present these issues because this is not the only guy committing such crimes in various cities, towns, and villages in our nation. And most of them get away with it. Can you imagine? According to the information from the youths that apprehended this guy, they said in 5 occasions he had carnal knowledge of this little baby. Upon the 7th one was the time the hammer of Damascus descended upon him to put his crime to an end. Whether any human being like it or not, this guy gonna end in a place he will regret for the rest of his life. If such a crime happened in the Western world, this guy must spend half of his life in prison. Because abuse of little ones, crime of such level, destroying little babies, equal pedophile, rape of little ones, they are the things that are abhorred in Western world. No society, no community, no neighborhood will accept this guy after doing his time in jail. But here in Nigeria, probably 3-4 years if you are out of his jail, he will out of the street, living a normal life. Excuse me, because we are here in Israel, we are in a winter period, heavy cold. You can imagine what I've been putting on for some of my videos. That is part of it. And at the end of the day, I got runny nose. You can see my nose is stuffed and my voice is changed. So bear with me. It's part of it. Excuse me. So as I'm saying, let us live life right. You can never excel. You can never thrive in committing crime. Is it not some other time I said that everybody is a suspect? Nobody is exempted on this thing I am saying here. A father of a pastor, a man who called himself a pastor, an elderly man at that, an old man, have carnal knowledge of his 3 daughters. He called himself a pastor. And it happens that one of these girls got pregnant by the father. At the end of the time, the case was publicized. The youth of the village apprehended this man and questioned him. He confessed it was the work of the devil, that his mother bewitched him, that he would never got married, or they never got married to his wife. And the wife was there when this incident was happening. The youth that apprehended the man asked the wife, "What did you do when you noticed what your husband has done to your daughters, or what your husband has been doing as a pastor?" The woman proudly said, she did nothing because she loved the husband. Can you imagine that? What kind of stupid mentality is that? Then the crime will continue. Imagine of recent time, it took a long time before the security forces busted this cannibalists in a town in Ologod also. These guys are gangs of kidnappers. They kidnap, they collect ransom, they kill, they roast the bodies and eat at the same time. You can imagine they use pepper perpetrate this kind of effort in the society we live in. The other time, a woman opened a charity home or a motherless baby's home. She called herself a pastor. She had nurses. At the same time, she kidnaps little babies, 4, 5, 2, 3 years. He kept in her custody. All of them, the time the case was put to an end, or the time she was arrested, through the information of neighbors, or through the information from neighbors, all the little kids are sick with heavy wounds upon their body. None of them looks like human being anymore. There are some he pounded on mortar for racial purposes on a price. Evil made. There are some other ones I will not be able to mention it because of time. This man slept with the daughter in several occasions until the case busted. He confessed. It's the power of the devil. These days, everybody is calling Borumiri. Met. Christian met. It's destroying our youth. Little girls engaged as dealers. Little boys engaged as dealers. Men and women engaged as dealers. And it has destroyed the society. What is really happening? How do we control ourselves and our future? How do we control our destiny? While all these things are going on, people say, devil, devil. Who is devil? You are devil to your own self. If you say no to devil, there is no way you'll be captured by the attractiveness of whatever devil presents to you. If you take control of your life and your future, if you are focused in life, there is no way devil will force you to commit crime that will put your life to an end. One thing I want our youth to understand here today is this. No matter how smart you are, no matter the system you may apply in committing crimes, no matter the design you invested in committing crimes, there is no way it will lead you to a long way. Your life will be cut short. Your family will be destroyed. Your friends and relatives can never have nothing coming out of you. Yes, everybody understands that we are in a very difficult moment in Nigeria. But that is never a key for you to engage in committing crime, kidnapping, banditry, acts of killing. It can never solve your problem. It's just like a flash in a pan. After a moment, you see it no more. The incident of Evans, the kidnapper, could have taught our youth a very good lesson. He was happy kidnapping, killing, and collecting ransoms. He even invested in properties around African countries. At the end of the time, what happened to him? The wife supported him, and some other, groups that are involved in his actions. But at the end of the day, he was hanged a couple of days ago. He was executed. He was executed by hanging. For you to know, did he enjoy the money? Did he enjoy the loot? Why can't this be a lesson to our young guys? Let's say all the days of crime are past. But you, who is part of the incoming generation, why can't you learn a lesson and live life right so that your future will be bright? There is no way you can commit crime. God will be in support of your life. Whatever faces you is trouble, problem, destruction, and finally death. God is not the author of evil. And when you are saying you have been suffering, you have been in pain. When the time comes for God to bless you, you'll be lifted up. Remember, He gives you to allow you to do what you feel is good for you. He's watching. But in some situations, when He comes closer, and notice that you are doing things right, that is the moment for Him to bless you, for having patience, for keeping the faith, for doing things in the normal way. He will say, my son, it is time for me to lift you up. But when you push it, try to manipulate the hands of God, you know it's impossible. A boxer never practice with bag full of metal. You hear that? So change these evil ways. If you are doing good, the next guy is doing good, the next one is doing good. Don't you understand that our society will be a very, very happy one to live in? You can walk the streets without looking at your back at any hour of the day. You can come out of your house and keep it open and go and buy something on the street and come back. Nothing will happen. You can keep your cars and whatever your property you think is so dear to you at any given place. When you come back, it will be safe for you. But when everybody engages in committing crime, that life and the world is coming to an end, it affects every big and hand. Nobody is exempted on the face of crime and destruction in the society. So that is why it is good for all of us to start doing good. Start doing good. Let us change this lifestyle. December is happening, and people believe this is the right time for them to shine because they have the power of trigger. They have the power of machete. They have the power of every kind of juju to manipulate and destroy the society. I'm telling you, the moment you make this step, you are not coming back anymore. Excuse me. One thing or the other must happen to you for God to put your evil plans to an end. I promise you this. Let us change our ways for a better society, a prosperous tomorrow. Think twice. Let us maintain this peace so that in your life, good things will happen. Think about this. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant day. See you on top.